All right, let's talk about something that pretty much every finance team has to deal with, the absolute headache of tracking capital expenditures. We're going to dive right into how to fix it.
So picture it, it's the end of the month, and your team is just buried, swimming in spreadsheets, trying to make sense of the ERP system, manually plugging in every single new asset the company bought. It's a total grind, isn't it? You know the drill. You're logging transactions, you're updating those ridiculously complex depreciation schedules in Excel, and then you're spending hours, literally hours, trying to figure out why the numbers don't match up. And oh, the emails, the endless back and forth trying to get a straight answer. It's just a massive time sink.
But you know, it's more than just annoying. This is what we're calling the CapEx tracking nightmare, because the true cost of doing things this way, well, it's way bigger than you might think.
See, here's the real problem. One tiny missed entry, one little formula error in a spreadsheet, and it just snowballs. All of a sudden, your audit trails are a mess, which can delay your financial close. Then you're risking compliance issues, and what should be a straightforward task is turned into days of just mind-numbing clerical work.
Okay, but what if you could just make it all go away? What if you could take that whole error-prone, soul-crushing process and just automate it from start to finish?
Well, this is where a tool like ZAPTEST comes into the picture. It's what's called an AI-powered robotic process automation platform, or RPA for short, and it's built to automate every single piece of CapEx tracking, from grabbing the data in the first place all the way to spitting out the final reports.
So, how does it actually do it? Let's pop the hood and look inside the automation engine to see how ZAPTEST really eliminates that manual grind for good.
It's actually pretty cool. First, it just watches and records what your team does manually. Then, it turns those actions into smart, reusable automation scripts. Now here's the really slick part. It has this computer vision tech that can see and interact with any app on your screen, just like a person would. After that, it handles all the heavy lifting, the data entry, the calculations, all of it. And bam, at the end, it generates and shares the reports for you. It's the whole shebang, end to end.
Okay, now for the fun part. The results. Because when we talk about the transformation in numbers, it's honestly kind of shocking. We're talking about taking a process that took days and shrinking it down to minutes.
I mean, this chart says it all, right? Look at that mountain of manual work on the left. That's the before. And that tiny little sliver on the right, that's the after. The difference is just, wow, it's night and day.
Let's put a number on that. We are talking about a 90 to 95% reduction in manual effort. Just stop and think for a second about what your team could do with all that time back.
So let's be super clear. The tasks that used to eat up whole days of your accountant's valuable time, they're now getting done in less than an hour. That doesn't just speed things up, it fundamentally changes how your finance team can operate.
And this isn't just about saving time for the sake of it. The ROI here is incredible. You're looking at a 10x return on your investment. That's a massive win for your operations and for the company's bottom line.
So let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Because this is about so much more than just going faster. It's about completely changing the nature of the work itself. It really is a simple before and after story. Before, you had days of tedious, error-prone work and that constant low-level stress about a possible audit. After, you've got minutes of automated, totally error-free work. Your books are audit-ready 24/7. The peace of mind alone is worth it.
And this quote just nails it. This is about giving accountants their time and their brains back. It lets them stop being data entry clerks and start being the strategic thinkers you hired them to be, focusing on analysis, forecasting, and driving real growth.
So, really, it all comes down to this one question. When you free up days of manual work every single month, what amazing new things will you and your team finally have the time to accomplish?